I filled out my 2025 NCAA volleyball bracket. Let's start with the top left quadrant. Number 1 overall, Nebraska's quadrant. This is a sneaky, tough bracket for the top-seeded Huskers. A few upset picks here. I did Marquette over Western Kentucky, and then I have Flor Marie Heredia Cologne and Miami taking down Kansas before falling to Nebraska. And then the biggest upset pick I have is Texas A&M over Louisville. I think A&M could have been a 2 seed, one of the most talented teams in the country, coming off of a highly competitive SEC tournament. I'm going with the Aggies, who have a very disciplined block. Could be a tough battle for Louisville. But ultimately, despite the tough quadrant, I think Nebraska makes it to the semis. Bottom left, I have Michigan over Xavier in the first round. I almost went for a Florida upset pick, but ultimately picked SMU to advance to the regional final to face Pittsburgh. This was a tough pick since it's hard to beat a good team 3 times, but I still went with Olivia Babcock and the Panthers, making it to a 5th straight national semifinal. Top right, I have Arizona upsetting South Dakota State University in the first round, and a big upset pick with Wisconsin over Stanford to advance to the regional final. This quadrant is loaded. I think Wisconsin and Stanford are so good. All could be a tough battle for Texas and win on any given night. So a lot of these picks were a toss-up. This does not discount how good I think Stanford is, but Mimi Collier and Carter Booth in their last seasons, I went for an upset pick here to have some fun with my bracket. And then I have Tori Stafford and the Longhorns prevailing, making it back to the national semis. Bottom right, I have Utah upsetting UNI. I almost picked Tennessee over Arizona State, but I went with the Sun Devils. And then I went with Arizona State again over Creighton, and then Kentucky to the national semifinals. So yes, it's a chalk national semifinal. Nebraska, Pitt, Texas, and Kentucky in my national semis. I think the Huskers take down Pitt, and then a third rematch between Kentucky and Texas was really tough. Kentucky has beaten them twice already, and I do think the Wildcats are capable of winning a national championship. But it's hard to beat a good team 3 times, like I mentioned, and I think Texas will be coming out on a mission to beat them. So I went with Texas in the final versus Nebraska. Then for my championship, I think it's the Huskers' year. This team is just leaps and bounds above everyone this season, and I think the only way they don't win is if they have an off game personally on their side of the net. There's no holes on this roster, some of the most talented players all the way around, and one that plays and gels so well together. I'm going with Nebraska to take it all this year. So fill out your brackets. I would love to see all of your picks and drop it in the comments.